Helping the homeless. We look at what the North Country is doing to help those without a home before the winter weather hits. Plus, we remember those that they've lost. Dozens gather outside Watertown City Hall to spread awareness to remember loved ones lost to addiction. But first, former President Donald Trump responds to another civil suit filed against him in New York State. I'm Zach Grady in for Garrett Domblewski this evening. The lawsuit filed Wednesday seeks to stop Trump and his 3 children from ever running another business in New York State. Trump and his lawyers have responded, calling this, quote, just another political attack. Skylar Henry has the latest.
New York Attorney General Letitia James filed a lawsuit. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Washington.
We have some breaking news tonight. The village of Copenhagen has voted to abolish its fire department. The village had previously told the volunteer fire department to either hand over control to the village or it would be disbanded. Last week, village officials said a deadline to make the decision was not met. Tonight, the village's lawyer says the board made the decision itself. We were told it will take 30 days for this to go into effect. Charges against Ogdensburg Mayor Mike Skelly have been temporarily dismissed. Skelly was in Osagachi Town Court today for his arraignment on 2 counts of providing false statements to a law enforcement officer after a 2021 Ogdensburg investigation. It's believed the case has to do with what Skelly told police after a tire on his car was slashed. The case was tossed due to a technicality over the origin of the warrant. The judges say the charges can be refiled. You can find out more details on our website. Now we go to John Kubis and our first look at the forecast. John, it's kind of warm out there. Is it going to stay that way tonight?
Looks like it'll stay fairly mild over the next couple of hours, Zach. So we'll talk about that. We'll peek into the weekend as well here in a bit. Zach, let's send it back to you.
Thanks, John. At one time, condemned and for sale. Now renovated and being ready to reopen. When people were forced out of 661 Factory Street last summer, it put a spotlight on a homeless problem in Watertown. 7 News reporter Lexi Bruning is following the story.
661 was the focus point starting last summer.
Says she's very happy the city is working with her to help reopen. Lexi Bruning, 7 News.
Lewis County is also addressing the rising number of homeless people in the community as cold weather nears. Groups throughout the county have joined together opening a warming center for the homeless. It will be in the basement of the Bethel Church of the Nazarene. It's a place that people can come pick up snacks, hot coffee, and get some rest. The Department of Social Services is heading up the project. Furniture and supplies will come from the Lewis County Catholic Charities. The center itself will be staffed by NERCL, the Northern Regional Center for Independent Living.
We need to be able to step up as a community and provide those folks with a safe, warm place to ride out the night. So I don't think this is the silver bullet. I think it's one piece, and we've got a lot more work to do to make sure that everybody in Lewis County has a place to stay.
The center opens its doors later this fall, 7 days a week from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Officials from both the city of Watertown and Jefferson County spoke Wednesday afternoon as part of an overdose awareness and remembrance day. The Alliance for Better Communities, which focuses on reducing underage drinking and drug abuse, hosted the day. Also in attendance at the event was Amanda Loomis Serrano. Serrano remains in recovery from her addiction. She currently is 10 years sober and says that she has lost most of her family due to overdoses.
I'm just continuing to lose everybody that I love. My whole generation is being wiped out. I try to participate in every outreach, overdose, any kind of awareness and education for the community.
People attending the event also took part in signing an overdose and awareness banner. As people observe the day, 7 News reporter Sandy Torres tells us tonight that in 2022, the numbers are trending down when it comes to the number of overdose deaths in Jefferson County.
The hurt doesn't go away.
The officials recommend for everyone to continue spreading awareness. Sandy Torres, 7 News.
A raid in Watertown Tuesday afternoon. Police seized money, drugs, and weapons. The Metro Jefferson Drug Task Force say they arrested 37-year-old Nicholas Rothfuss. Police say the multi-week-long investigation produced nearly $2,800 in cash, 39 grams of cocaine, and 325 envelopes of a substance that officials believe to be a mixture of heroin and fentanyl. Along with the narcotics, a handgun that had been reported stolen, 2 rifles, and brass knuckles were also collected. Rafes remains in police custody. A boil water advisory could stay in effect for some residents of Ogdensburg for the next couple of days. The advisory is because of a water valve that crews installed at Jersey Avenue and Franklin Street. The first advisory out today was for the 500 block of Jersey Ave and the 900 block of Franklin Street. Another advisory was added later this afternoon. The city is also telling residents near the 400 block of Canton Street and Academy Place to boil their water until further notice. Additionally, the 900 block of Elizabeth Street, as well the 500 and 600 blocks of East South Street have been added to the list. Again, the boil water advisory is expected to last for the next couple of days. A Potsdam Rotary Club member is responsible for saving and helping design license plates for Rotary members. Rotary member Michael Griffin wanted to apply for a new plate, but found out that the plate was close to being discontinued. Griffin spent the last year rallying support, getting other Rotarians in the state to help save and redesign the plates.
There were only 30 Rotarian plates out there any longer, and it was in danger of being discontinued if we didn't do something about it. So we thought we would revamp it with the new logo and slogan and gain interest of Rotarians again in having a new plate for people across the state.
The plates will feature the Rotarian logo of motto, "End service before self." Reports say Canada is set to drop its COVID-19 vaccination app, Arrive Can. The Globe and Mail say it's likely Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's administration will make the change when the rule expires September 30th. North Country tourism groups and those who operate the bridges to and from Canada have been concerned about the app hurting tourism. They say it's because of the extra steps it takes to fill out the information when using the app. Still to come tonight, Mel's in with your sports.
The Red and Black home Saturday night will preview the contest.
Plus, how soldiers accused of sexual assault are being treated before trials compared to other accusations when 7 News continues.
From the North Country's news station, you're watching 7 News Tonight with Garrett Dumbluski. Tonight's weather with John Kubis. And your North Country sports with Mel Bussler.
Let's Look at Weather is sponsored in part by dealers.
Evening Lotto, the daily was 978 and the win for 1768. Tonight on Military Matters, a new report says soldiers accused of sexual assault are less than half as likely to be placed in pre-trial confinement as soldiers accused of drug use and distribution, disobeying an officer, or burglary. That's according to investigative news organization ProPublica and the Texas Tribune, which looked at more than 8,000 Army court-martials over the past decade. Texas Representative Veronica Escobar is calling for the hearings to look into the military pre-trial confinement system. John Kubis has your first weather forecast when we get back.
More Grady after this timeout.
We understand life's.
That's all for our broadcast tonight. For John and Mel, once again, this has been 7 News. Have a good evening.